Pete with Philly Rovers here, the Roverseas YouTube channel. 1-0 today, guys, for the Rovers at Ewood. Oh, sorry, guys. My bad. Don't want to pull a Rishi Sunak here. 1-0 for the Rovers today off the back of Ayala. He gives it, puts it all out on the line, and a deserving 3 points indeed for the Blackburnian faithful. They go home today in good spirits, but they need to get a good night's rest today, tomorrow, and Monday night, because a large, looming Lancashire derby is approaching, and the fans need to be ready. DTMP down the mighty pool. Blackpool wins today. We won today. The momentum is in our favor as it is a home game, but we need to come out swinging. Dak, Diaz, possible hammy injuries, who knows? And we're going to need to go back into the JDT bag of tricks. We'll need own goal. We're going to need Ayala. What's our next trick? How are we going to win this one on Tuesday? Listen, 7 unbeaten here. We keep finding ways. Let's keep it going. Let's keep the momentum going. Blackpool, the Seasiders are down there on the table. We have to be opportunistic and get these 3 points again if we want to be players in the promotional hunt. These are the games we cannot lose our cool in. And Tuesday, let's do it. Let's bring it home. Tough first half today. Pretty ugly indeed. Nothing going. Rough. But we came out bigger things in the second half. It was a shame to see that with Dak go down for sure. I was worried it was worse off. I'm not sure what the total diagnosis is and how long he'll be out, but you got to expect a little bit here. And it took him a long time to get fit to the point that he is now. So hopefully he doesn't lose too much and we can get him back out there and we can survive. We're bare bones here, bare bones, and we know what happened in the transfer window. But we just got to dig deep, continue to dig deep, and get everything out of everyone. Travis today, there was this meme. There's this meme when Ayala scored the goal today. I really thought about this meme. I got to post it there. I got to look it up which one it was. I don't know but it just reminded me so much. The team really looked like they loved when Ayala got that bang on header. And you felt really happy for the crowd today. The crowd, the team, the lads. And so, yeah, Pete with Philly Rovers here, the Roverseas YouTube channel. We go to Tuesday. Get the Venkies. Venkies, make your way to Ewood. We need all hands on deck for this one, guys. Dirk's game back today. They couldn't do it without him. Dirk, the difference maker today. He comes back out with the watch along. And he brings the 3 points. They haven't had one without him. And he does it again. Welcome back, Dirk, indeed. So, Pete with Philly Rovers here, the Roverseas YouTube channel. Onward and upward, as Alex Haben will say. Onward and upward, indeed, my friends. Catch you Tuesday. Peace out. Later, guys.
Well, a much-needed win today to put an end to the draw streak, really, that obviously we were finding ourselves on after not drawing for months and months and months. Finally draw at Bristol away. And then proceed to, obviously draw the next 3 games after that. I could just see it coming, drawing 10 in a row or something ridiculous after win-loss. But thankfully, that is the last. That is the first time, if I can get my words out, in a very long time, we have won in what is like the 90th minute at the death of the game. I couldn't tell you off the top of my head the last time we've won in the 90th minute. Obviously, big goal at West Brom, getting that last minute Diaz goal to draw the game. And obviously, when it's a last minute goal like that, a draw can feel like a win. But yeah, I mean, brilliant, really. A mentality shift, really, from, when we go behind, we're done. That is obviously against West Brom, first time we've come back, I believe, to draw a game after going 1 goal down. First time I think we've ever come back in just at all this season, other than Bristol at home, which were consolation goals when we were 3-0 down. But yeah, brilliant really. Two 90th minute goals, and obviously today a much needed win after dropping points away at Rotherham, dropping points away at Bristol, dropping points home to Wigan. We needed that win today, and we've got 2 very winnable games coming up. Blackpool at home, we have to take the 3 points. But you look at it on paper and you think, could they do a Wigan, come here and, shit house a 0-0? I hope not. I think we've got a better record against Blackpool than we do Wigan. But yeah, Tuesday night under the lights on Sky. Those aren't the type of games we usually flourish in, to be honest. And obviously, with it being a somewhat local rival. And then QPR away on the weekend, another team that since Mick Beale has left, well, even before Mick Beale left, has just been in downfall spiral, really, like Swansea we've played today. But in regards to today, a good overall performance. I think we limited them to very few chances. First off, we weren't brilliant by any means, and there were a few boos circusing round Ewood at half time, and I'm not really surprised we didn't do much of naught at all in that first half. But the second half, we came out as we intended to go on from the very get-go. Way up the pitch, high press. I'm just chucking the ball in the box, seeing what happens, rolling the dice. As much as I get annoyed when we're chucking the ball in the box because there is literally no one there to put it in, you feel. Gallagher's not exactly blessed with his heading ability despite his height. Diaz, neither really. He scored that brilliant header last season against Preston at home. But other than that, yeah, he's not got that many headed goals to his name, has he? But yeah, I feel like we deserved the win, to be honest with you. Swansea had a couple chances, but I think it was quite clear they were more than happy with a draw. Coming away to Ewood, can you blame them? No, not really. But yeah, this is the first time we've took 6 points off a team, so thank you, Swansea. We shall definitely put them in the bag and hope that it spurs us on to another couple good results against 2 very winnable teams. And yeah, just a point of note, obviously Dak going off injured, looked like a hamstring injury. Was very annoyed. It is just so terribly unlucky. As soon as he starts to find his feet again, got his fitness back up, started finding the back of the net, comes on, the sober Thomas puts a good ball in, which gets cut out. Dak puts the brakes on because obviously he's not getting to it. The defender is booted it away, and when he's put the brakes on, his hamstrings just went. And obviously this is why he didn't start today. There must have been some sort of niggle or something, and I think JDT's obviously thought, I'll chuck him on, we need the goal. So yeah, massive shame, and it's so cruel really on him. As soon as he starts to find his feet again, it seems like he can't catch a break, unfortunately. But yeah, it's massive now for Diaz to really step up. Obviously he's got that goal last game. He really needs to step up now and replace those goals that have now been lost for what will probably be at least a month, with Dak being on the sidelines. So yeah, hard luck, I guess, but there's absolutely no reason why we still couldn't push for a playoff spot in my mind. I think we really did need a striker, but if Diaz can step up and get to 20 goals from now to the end of the season, 20 goals for the season, and we need the other players to obviously start chipping in. You know, it's been a while since a player like Ayala has scored. You know, you're looking at your Buckleys, your Travises, your Smodiches, your Hedges. Need more goals from these players, really. Can't just rely on Dak and Diaz, and obviously now we can't rely on Dak at all. But yeah, even Gallagher. Like, when's the last time Gallagher scored? Yeah, need a few more goals from these players. So going to Blackpool confident. You know, obviously they are down there for a reason. But it is the type of game that, you know, you look at on paper and you think we should turn these over at home easily. But as we've proven, we make hard work out of these worst teams, unfortunately, as we're expected to have the ball and break a team down, and we just can't do it. As was seen against Wigan at home, they came with the perfect plan and frustrated us, and they'll happily leave with a point. So yeah, I imagine Blackpool will look to do exactly what Wigan did. But, you know, there's no reason why we shouldn't be confident, but it will not be easy by any means. And going away to QPR should be interesting, but if we can take at least 4 points from these next two, I would be happy with that. If we can get 6, obviously I'll be over the moon. And if we do get 6, I think, you know, there's reason to start believing in ourselves again for playoffs. Need to start obviously picking up more wins now. It's alright saying we've only lost 1 game this year, but look at the points we've dropped against some weak teams in this league. So yeah, on to the next one, and let's hope we can get those points against the Tangerine Army.
So they made really hard work of it, and it was a first half to forget from Blackburn Rovers, letting Swansea City have pretty much all the ball in the first half, giving Swansea way too much respect. Swansea like to have the ball, they like to keep the ball, they try and create, and they had a few moments here and there. But Swansea like to keep the ball. They like that possession. They want to play like Real Madrid, but without the, well, luckily for us today, without the Real Madrid end product. But Rovers, we don't even like having the ball. We can't keep the ball. So it was a very poor first half from Blackburn Rovers. Luckily, John Dole Thomason sorted them out at half time, and they came out for the second half and they kept the ball better. That's not really saying that much, but they created a lot. They had they created pressure moments. They had pretty much all of the possession, really, most of it in the second half, and they created a lot of attacks and a lot of dangerous moments. Dolan should have scored. He needs to work on his finishing, but he was very good up front, causing problems. The other attackers not so good. Pretty poor showing from BBD and Gallagher. Yeah, Gallagher, I don't know what's going on with Gallagher, but it's just not happening for him at all. So we looked more threatening with Thomas, creating, getting the ball in there, crossing it in there, and eventually we get a corner, and the only player on the pitch that was likely to do anything from a corner, I'm so glad he's back, Daniel Ayala. I looked at the ratings after the game for the players, and he got a 5. How can you give the guy that scores the winning goal a 5? All right, he didn't play great apart from the goal, but how crucial was that? Thank you, Daniel Ayala. We need you to play striker for the rest of the season.